Suzy Barcomb and senior Joana Alves after Seattle U wins their fifth in a row, 78-70 over UTRGV. Game similar to Thursday where you were up and kind of double-figure lead and then a little bit of a comeback late in the game and held on in the end. What are your thoughts on the win?
Well, I thought on Thursday we closed the game out well. Today we didn't close out the game very well for us. So we made a couple of costly mistakes that we'll hopefully fix before the next time. So, yeah, we were able to build a big lead. We shared the ball. I mean, once again, 4 people in double digits. Just played. That's a tough weekend, right? That's a tough weekend sweep for us. So we knew we needed to have it, and we just had everybody come out and give us their best effort tonight.
24 points in the third quarter. It was a pretty close game throughout the first half, and then there in the third quarter you pulled away, and I think you ended up getting up by 19 at one point early in the fourth quarter. Was there something at halftime that you worked on to get things broken open offensively?
We just talked about how we were going to pound the ball inside, but then look for some outside shots. I think the fact that Courtney hit some, and then we got lucky with a couple of the gasp efforts there on the 3-ball. Court got fouled, I think, on a 3-ball. So Courtney came to life a little bit, I thought, in that quarter. And then Kamir got a little bit more free. So I think that's kind of typical of what's happening. So Joe got, scored right away inside, and then we just tried to keep on building on that.
We saw it on Thursday with the kind of getting rebounding, but again, you get the rebounding edge on UTRGV, which is always a big battle for them with the athleticism that they have. What were we able to do on the glass?
Oh, we just talked about it before game, pregame. We talked about how many rebounds what they beat us by there, and then actually what they did against Utah Valley, and Utah Valley has some athletes as well. So we just really tried committing to the glass, making sure we were boxing out if we couldn't, because they were shooting so many threes. We knew the rebounds would be long, so did a pretty good job with that.
Joana, 19 points, 6 rebounds, big weekend with a double-double on Thursday, and you get the 5th win here. We've had a couple of the seniors come through here in these post-game press conferences. What's your mindset here down the stretch of your last season?
Well, I think we're just honing in on what we got to do, and we're just all really, really focused on our goals, you know what I mean? And I think that we're all working extremely hard to make sure that we don't get kicked, you know what I mean? Because our season started a little rough, but I feel like we made the decision that we were gonna, step up every game and take every game at a time, because before we were just like thinking about next time, and not really being present in the moment in the game that we were playing at. So I feel like we can really say that we've been playing each game as it is, and we've been getting wins. So, yeah.
For you in this game, with the size advantage that you have, when you go in to see a team like this, what are you thinking to go inside?
Well, I feel like it's really important not to take stuff for granted, because, teams obviously scout, and they scout for height and everything. So they come up with their own ways of defending me and everything. So I feel like my mindset is kind of like adaptation and trying to adapt to what they do and go from there. But obviously just pounding it in it was the answer. And then when they start cramming it up inside, it's really, really helpful for me to know that my shooters outside are going to take those shots and make them. And that's just a double threat that nobody can do anything about.
Coach, we've seen Chinwe come alive here offensively, especially the last month or so. She's been a little bit more aggressive shooting the ball. She puts up 9 points on 3 of 7 shooting, 3 for 4 from the line, and then 10 rebounds in 23 minutes off the bench. What has she been able to provide for you?
I think it's been really interesting for her to adapt to coming off the bench, and I think it might help her in terms of now she sees the game and where she can get her boards. I mean, she is so aggressive going for the glass, and it's just a total Labrador wanting the ball. What she's been able to do is grab the ball and get inside now and finish, or get an and one. So that just adds a different dimension to us when, she can play the 5 or she can play the 4, and that has just changed where we put her, in the 5 on the inside in the zone, or if she's the 4, then she gets to crash on the weak side. So just changes. And when she's on the outside of her offense, she just makes the beeline for the ball, and she sees it. It truly is just being hungry in the pursuit of the ball from the outside. And she's too fast to box out, so I think that's been part of why she's been successful.
You were 5 games ago, you were 1-5 in the league. Now you're 6-5, right in the thick of things. You're back to 500 for the season. What's that mean for you as a coach and for this program to be able to kind of be at the midpoint of the season and wondering, is this kind of going off the skids again, or we can buckle down, and now you have done that and you've gotten yourselves right back into a good position in the WAC?
Yeah, for me personally, I'm really proud of the team. It just comes down to, JoJo was saying we were up and down in season. We couldn't win on the road. And then we finally got that really big win at SLO, and it kind of woke us up a little bit. But I think for us, the turning point where we're realizing, well, wait a minute, we can do this, is when we played, coming off that really hard loss to GCU. And I honestly thought, oh my gosh, here we go. And then we just buckled down, and it was everybody on point against that Bakersfield team. And we just did a really good job. And I thought, okay, here we are. We can do this. We can do this. So I just think, Kamira came in here on Thursday, and her answer to win, I just want to win. And I just think that that's where we are. We just want to win. And we want to put our best foot forward in order to win. And I think some of our games we lost, we weren't putting our best foot forward. I think another big difference is now we're really comfortable with our roles, and we have our sub-patterns down. We don't have to worry about the minutes with Haley. So there's more consistency in our sub-patterns, which really, really helps us up. And I just think we just get into a groove and we understand it a little bit better.
Joe, for you, going to play GCU for the final time, that last road trip here coming up next week. What are you going to take from that first game? That was obviously a close game that they ended up winning here at home. What are you going to look to do in that game next week?
Well, I think I'm going to steal it from Kamira and say we want to win for sure. And it's like, I feel like this has been building us up to knowing that we are capable of success and that it's just there for us to grab it. So I feel like we do have a chip on our shoulder to go there and win at their home. And we all have that sense that it's not going to be easy, because no game is easy. But I feel like the chip on our shoulder is going to make us really, really want it even more. And just the mentality to buckle down and just do what we have to do, and that's it. We don't have to do anything extra or anything more or less than what we just do. Play the game, and it's going to come to us for sure.